On February the 19th, 1983, 30-year-old Mark Young, 23-year-old Carlisle Hunt, and 33-year-old Harding were scheduled for their daily exercise in the prison yard. Suddenly, all three men immobilized a prison officer and ran over to the carpenter's shop and made a clean getaway over the 20-foot wall with the aid of tied bed sheets. A nationwide manhunt was initiated, with roadblocks being set up in a 20-kilometer radius. Hunt was subsequently caught, followed by Young. Alfred Harding's capture came 3 weeks later in the city. A tipster had revealed his location, and after a shootout with police, he was recaptured after sustaining a broken hand from being shot. On his apprehension, it was discovered that Harding was in possession of a hit list of prominent Barbadians, including the wife of the then Attorney General of Barbados, David Simmons. He was returned to prison, and after his legal appeals were heard, he was released in July 1986. Harding's time as a free man didn't last long, and in 4 months after his release, he found himself before the law courts once again. This time, he was convicted and sentenced to 12 months for possession of a .44 caliber firearm. Shortly after his release in 1987, he shot at 2 policemen whilst trying to escape the scene of a crime. He was apprehended, charged, and sentenced to 20 years in Her Majesty's Glengarry prison. Whilst on remand in Glengarry, he was further charged with larceny and was sentenced to an additional 2 years on October the 22nd, 1987. He appealed the sentences once again and was given bail. While on bail, he was arrested with a .32 caliber revolver and was sentenced to a further 12 months in prison. He also appealed his sentence and was granted bail. Subsequently, Harding and Mark Young started making moves together again, and after all of the chaos they caused, they took the #1 spot on the Barbados Most Wanted list. The duo were committing bold, very violent crimes and were known to be armed and extremely dangerous. The nation of Barbados was in a state of fear and panic. Whilst being on the Most Wanted list, Harding, Young, and another convict, Grantley Farmer, cut a security guard's throat during a robbery at the cotton factory in the city. The guard survived, and the trio were arrested and charged, to be followed by an approved bail hearing. While on bail in 1987, the same trio was involved in a shootout with the police again. This time,